Nobunama o ifeọma ya emere anyị na-ekene ore na afọ na nkwọ anyị abụtego asị agụpụ ụzọ agụpụ ọnụ ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ mmiri ata na azụ anwụrụ ihe ọma ya emere anyị ma ọ bụ ma mbata anyị ga-awụ ifeọma biko eji m ezigbote ozi wee bịa n'ụtụtụ a. Fosago, according to my own time zone. I don't know about you, but I know say my people still they still preparing to go to sleep. So because if you are still awake, join this broadcast. And when you join, please don't leave, because we have an important message that triggered me to wake up this early to give my people this message. Audio Ekpa. Because when we are shouting, when we are talking about this, the zoo begging the Biafrans now, say, may we stop to the support Simon Ekpa. They have got it up to here. Orugo here. I will play the clip here now so that when I go understand what they talk. Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Defense Staff, where his name be Christopher Musa. He don't come out now, use him mouth now, they beg the zoo, say, make on a free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because enough is enough. The woto where they collect every day, it don't dare them enough. In fact, as I'm talking to you now, many of his men is kissing the dust in the southeast. They will not show you that one. They will not. The only one that they will show you is the one that they perpetrated by their own self. And they will video it by their own self to indict the IPOP and indict the people of Southeast. Many of his men now is kissing the dust. And Christopher Musa is out here now, indirectly begging the court to set Mazi Nnamdi Kanu free. According to Simon Ekpa, say, please, whenever they say court have final say on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case, which court are they talking about? The court that have discharged him is called what? Now they are bringing the issue of court, that court is the one to decide the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu indirectly. Listen to me, as a what they call him, as a an intelligent officer or officers, they will not come out to tell you, please. They will go rigorous way, rigor. Because that is the way they do. They don't succumb in front of what they call it, in front of a pressure. They didn't do that, and they can never do that. So for Christopher Musa now, since I know this guy, he never for one day come out to talk about the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can fact check me if I lie. You can quote me anywhere if I lie. The only thing that Christopher Musa is emphasizing on every day by day is arrest of Simon Ekpa, abduct Simon Ekpa, do this, do that. But today, Christopher Musa have come out with his own mouth, where say that the court is the one that have the final say on the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the Prime Minister of BG, Simon Ekpa, was asking, is it this same court that discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or which other court are they talking about? I would not like to waste much of your time so that people will not say I don't talk too much. I want you to listen to him. I have two clips here that I will play to my people to listen to. Two of them, this one is Fulani, the other one is also Hausa Fulani, where he came out to let the world know. I like that word, and I like that statement that the guy made. Thank God it is on Twitter and in every platform, so that the world will know that Igbos have been made to be a scapegoat in even some cases that they don't know anything about. So I want you to listen to the so-called chief of defense staff, Christopher Musa, what he says, or how he is indirectly begging the same government that he's serving to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because since I knew him, he never come out to say anything concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But he hosted what they call a town hall, different from Balabulu, Bulaba. Please, I'll not take much of your time. Listen to the zoo, the Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa. I'll be right back.
Mistakes on the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, where the courts always have the final say. We just obey what the courts say. So
you see what he said? In the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, well, the court have the final say, and they need to obey what the court says. So that court that free Nnamdi Kanu, what is there? Is it maybe that is not court, or maybe that is a police station, or maybe that is a backyard court? Indirectly, he's telling the federal government to obey the court order. You might not understand it. At least I have some military or police intelligence with me. In this my brain. Indirectly, he's telling the court, obey and free this guy. Our men have piled enough. They have destroyed all enough. He's saying that the only problem they are having now, if I can tell you, is not Nnamdi Kanu, is not IPOB, is Simon Ekpa. Well, listen to him.
the court saying this is that we just but we want to also approach people. There are people that have continued to sponsor these people by contributing money. And you can see that they are not only killing people outside, that they are also killing their own people. So you are giving funding somebody who is also killing you, and actually that would be for foolishness. So all we appeal is people should stop supporting them, expose all those ones doing those things, especially people like Ekpa. He's sitting down there in comfort. Some country.
The problem that Nigeria are having, they don't have a problem about their naira devaluation. They don't have problem about the rising cost of living. They don't have problem about their inflation. They don't even have problem about the flamboyant lifestyle of the so-called presidency, who want to buy private jets now. 2 private jets, one for the president and one for the one for the deputy, or what they call them, vice. They don't even have problem with that when their currency, everything is dying. They don't know what these people are planning. Let them acquire as much as they can before 2nd of December 2024. That is what they are doing. That is why whatever you said, even if they tell Tinubu that millions of people don't buy for that area, Tinubu will jump inside his he will jump inside his private jet, whether bought or hired, and zoom off. As I'm talking to you now, Tinubu is in South Africa. He want to go to congratulate Ramaphosa, who went through the normal route to get to where he is. Simon Ekpa is the beginning and the end of the zoo. The fear of Simon Ekpa is the beginning of him here, according to Chief of Defense Staff, Christopher Musa. Please continue watching. We have other clips to watch, but I want you to just be calming down, Calm down. I'm gonna watch.
Countries are encouraging him to do what he's doing to Nigeria, and we are here supporting him. So people must desist. We must call what is wrong wrong. But I know that we're taking efforts to ensure that we secure the whole of Southeast, and we'll continue to do that. We regret the souls have been lost. If you see the way they have killed, these guys are not human beings. They are eating flesh. We have seen them doing cannibalization. We have seen them doing cultism and all these things. So it is nobody should ever support such kind of people. Because the more you support them, it's like growing a monster. It will come after you. It's just a matter of time. We have seen that happen over and over. So I want to appeal to everyone, never, for whatever reason, for whatever gains you think, support such people.
I want you to pick one thing from what this woman has said. He said they want to secure the Southeast. Southeast have only 5 states. And look at my hand. Southeast have only 5 states. But according to him, he said they want to secure the Southeast. Northeast, Northwest, and North Central. All the whole states in the north. It's either 19 or 20 states that met up that north are not secured. Should I believe it is the story of Okamanama? According to when I was growing up, we are meant to understand and to know that charity begins at home. You will first of all remove the plug in your eyes before you go to remove someone's own. That is the case we are having here. Okamanama. You want to secure the Southeast, whereas where you come from, where you claim to be your state, despite the fact we know that you are not a Nigerian. Where you claim to be your own state is not secure and you want to secure Southeast. As if Southeast now have become the prerogative of the zoo to save, other than to cause chaos in the Southeast and wreak more havoc. And you're telling us before the general people that you want to secure the Southeast. Who does that? And I ask again, who does that? Look at how the thing is sounding on his mouth. He wants to secure the Southeast. The same zoo you want to say the Southeast created unknown government to the Southeast. The same zoo is the reason why things are not working. The same zoo is the reason why our able-bodied young Biafrans are being losing on daily basis. And you want to secure the Southeast. Foul. All in the bid. To do what? To tell the court, their own court, whether they obey laws. Please, free this man. He don't do. My men don't kiss dust enough, because that is his only primary duty. Not to secure life and property. No. His only primary duty is to make sure that his men is incomplete in number. Because as I'm talking to you now, they don't recruit even the so-called repentant Boko Haram now. All of them are being initiated into the army. Recruiting kids into the army to go and fight the Biafran Liberation Army, and also to reduce the population of the Biafrans. Yes, I can tell you the simple truth. That's exactly what happened. And that's exactly what is happening. I will come back here to take the reactions. Or maybe, okay, no. We will come back to take the reactions. But I want you to listen to another clip. This man, he says anything. He's an Hausa man. He says everything that will make you to know or to understand that Biafrans have been a scapegoat, even from long time immemorial. Since our forefathers, our ancestors resisted the so-called colonial master, the UK. But I know how long they battled with it to conquer our land. We refused. Do you know that is the more reason why they know that they cannot control the Igbos, and they remove the power and give it to the North? The minority is what is leading in Nigeria, not the majority. They battled with our forefathers for over 20-something years before they can be able to conquer the Southeast. And they see these people that in the future, if you give them power, if you give them freedom, they were going to do worse than what Japan or China is doing today. That is why they crippled the Igbos. And they made Igbos to be struggling in terms of political will. You understand what I mean? That is the simple truth. There's no two ways about that. That's the more reason why you see today the power they are giving to the zoo. Anybody that is going to sit on that seat called Asorok is being chosen already from the so-called UK, who is their slave masters. So we have always been a scapegoat anytime, any day, as long as the zoo is concerned. Listen to this young man. We will come back to take reactions on Musa and also from this very guy as well. So please listen attentively and make sure you do your recording, or you can as well share the message to others. Let them know, because some people are not being guided. Since they removed the history from the curriculum of the zoo, nobody is telling them the history they're supposed to know. Most of us who have smartphones that are supposed to be googling all these things have no time to do that. Rather, we use them to watch BF and other irrelevant things. It is time we begin to cite the history by our own self, not until they include it in the curriculum, and teach it to our future generation what is happening, as I'm teaching to my own children today. That look at where we started and look at where we're heading to. So listen to this. It is very, very important.
Caesar, I'm extremely disappointed at David Umahi. Those are the kinds of statements I don't expect to hear.
You see what he said? He said he's disappointed with Dave Umahi. This is an Hausa man telling our own Igbo brother what he is doing to his own people, that he is highly disappointed. Continue listening.
From a senior government official. And, he's a man I tend to respect.
I hope the volume is loud, right? It's loud enough for you to understand. Or please, if you are listening to anything, down the volume so that you can listen to this man. He made a very great point here. That is what I want you to understand. So please.
Because is a hard-working individual, and he knows his onions when it comes to engineering and Ministry of Works and roads constructions and things like that. So I have a lot of respect for him. But particularly, I felt offended by that statement, because I've said it on this program severally. I detest the dog whistling of an entire ethnic group in Nigeria. And let's call a spade what it is.
A dog whistling in the entire ethnic group in Nigeria, which is the Igbos. I'll be summarizing it. Maybe the volume is not loud enough for you to understand, but I'll be summarizing it the way he said it. I will not add and I will not subtract.
It's becoming one too many that we want to consistently and continuously scapegoat the Igbo ethnic tribe in Nigeria, and it's unacceptable.
An Hausa man, and Igbos have been made a scapegoat in Nigeria, and according to him, he said it is unacceptable. Continue listening.
It is unacceptable because there is a history of violence targeted at that group since 1953 in our country. Listen, Caesar, a meeting was held in Lagos, not necessarily in Parliament.
Okay.
Anthony and Nahoro moved a motion for the independence of Nigeria. The North opposed that motion, and at the train station, when they were going back to their constituency, they met a crowd that was essentially mocking them. They got back to the North.
The Igbos have no time to tell you this history because everybody is busy with his business and looking for money. He's an Hausa person telling us the history that we're supposed to be telling our own children, or even telling to the world how we have become a scapegoat in our own country. But we have no time. Everybody is in the fast lane. Ana Atuego. Everybody, Ana Atuego. And Hausa man is the one now that telling us the story. What happens? How Enahoro said they have to declare the independence of Nigeria. And they also had objected to that. Continue listening, please.
Chief Akintola led a tour across the North, to campaign essentially for the independence, to rally the North in support of Nigerian independence. Guess what happened after that? Riots broke out in northern parts of Nigeria, particularly in Kano, where over 240 Igbos were massacred.
Akintola lead a protest in the North for them to support the independence of Nigeria. Not an Igbo man. Not Chukwuemeka, not Emeka, and not Nnamdi. Akintola, a Yoruba man. On that process, riot broke out in Kano, precisely. That took over 240 heads of Igbos. Things they know nothing about. I feel like breaking down. We have been suffering enough in this country.
Were they the ones that demanded for Nigeria to have an independence at that time? In 1966, particularly in May, months before the Civil War happened, thousands of them were massacred across northern cities, and they had to flee to the east for safety because that.
In 1966, again, before the Civil War, something that we know nothing about. Igbos have been massacred again in the north. And we have to escape the remaining ones before the war. This one is not during the war, before the war. In other words, the massacre of me and you does not start today. The injustice against the Igbos, the marginalization, the hatred started from the colonial masters. And this is what they told them that they should be doing to the Igbos. Each time we rose our head to become people in our own country, in our own land, we have been massacred in numbers. Even things that Igbos have not any contribution to, we have become an scapegoat. Continue listening.
Thousands of them were indiscriminately killed.
Killed.
They knew nothing about, right? So let's not even talk about the Civil War and the hundreds of thousands that were massacred, and the fact that after 1970, this entire ethnic group had to start from the scratch again to begin to build their lives. And she said, look at what they have done since 1970. A group that left or started from nothing, went to Bauchi, went to Kano, went to Meduguri, went to Akure, went to Ogun State. And look what they have built in 40 years of hard work, grit, and no support from the federal government. Look what they have done for themselves. But what we consistently and continuously do is to signal hatred and violence against the group. And this thing has to stop. We can't continue a country. Listen, if you don't want a group of people to be a part, let them go then.
As simple as that.
I don't understand this. Every time there has to be an excuse to single out an ethnic group. I give you a typical example. Just like the past elections, I heard people telling, how can the Obi, for instance, have scored 98% in certain states in the north? How can he have scored 90%? Muhammadu Buhari, under a PDP-led federal government, scored over 90% votes in 4 northern states. Go and check the results in Katsina. Go and check the results in Bauchi. Go and check the results in Jigawa. He scored over 90% in those states under the leadership of the PDP as a federal government. So it was okay for Buhari to score over 90% in his own core constituency, but something utterly went wrong when Obi did it in the southeast. This ethnic group have always been part of a nationalist political party and never really have ever built a regional movement. All the times they have supported a political party have been national political parties right from the NCNC.
Yeah, true.
They have a stakeholder in the PDP. They don't have the regional party in the sense that we had ACN in the southwest, in the sense that they had AMPP in the north. They did not have the behemoth of a regional political party. So where is all this hate coming from? Where is all this hate coming from? They tell you now, for instance, that they have a rabid mob who are harassing people on the internet because their candidate lost. We have very short memories. In 2011, a candidate lost in this country and over 800 people were massacred in violence in the north. I so know this because I personally saved 11 core members and were hidden in my father's hotel in Kano. So what are we saying? 800 people were massacred because of the ambition of somebody in this country. And suddenly we are losing our minds because we are saying people are insulting you online. And they're a rabid mob. Let us stop this. Let us stop this ethnic dog whistling. Let us stop this ethnic baiting. And this thing should not continue. We are one people, one country.
When I don't hear them, this one is not from the mouth of Nnamdi, not from the mouth of Onyinyechi or Nkoleka. It is from the mouth of a southerner. Northerner, sorry to say. Or how Igbos have become an scapegoat. Each time there's any fracas in Nigeria, Igbos must be at the receiving end. Each time there's any fracas in Nigeria, an Igbo man anywhere you find yourself, they will tag you a Biafra just to make sure that they snuff life out of you. Each time there's any fracas in Nigeria, any Igbo man being found anywhere is either tagged an IPOB, a criminal, or an extremist, just to make sure that they give that dog a bad name to bite the dog. Look at what this guy explained about all the whole fracas that have started in this country. Igbos will always be at the receiving end, even when they are innocent. Yet, they are telling us that Igbos don't want one Nigeria. And you tell me, any single Hausa man or Yoruba man who have a very beautiful mansion in the whole of the southeast, there is none. There is no single. Even if there is, then what they have is kitchen house. This is a kitchen line house. That is what they have. But go to the whole of the 36 states, including the Federal Capital Territory. Igbos dominated all the whole states. Still yet, we are still hated the most. Whereas, we are the one that are even preaching this so-called one Nigeria. And this guy made it clear to the world and also to them that hated the Igbos. If you don't want the section of the country to partake in whatever you are doing, you hated them for no reason, then allow them to go. As simple as ABCD. I don't see why it is very difficult. Even to the so-called international bodies who are supposed to be looking into these matters. But all of them have turned deaf ears and looked the other way around, simply because each time they want to arose, a shipload of crude oil will be given to them as a bribe, and all of them will shut up because their internal generation to 50 to 100 years have been settled. Do you know how much one shipload of crude oil? Do you know how much it was? It was in billions and trillions of dollars, not in naira. And we all are here. Most of the gullible Igbos are the ones who are even supporting these people to be touching us. That the IPOB have been, the case of prescribing IPOB in the so-called Zoological Republic of Nigeria court today, who masterminded it, Dave Umahi and Hopeless Utotinjo, the same Igbo people. And the same Dave Umahi is the one now they are using to destroy the properties of his own people. Landmark beach in Lagos State was destroyed. All in the name of they want to build coastal highway that will pass through that level. At the end of the day, they said it will not pass there again. It will pass another channel. But do they give that man compensation? The answer is zero. When you talk, the same Dave Umahi will be the one they will put at the forefront to come and rubbish his own brothers of what they have been. Oh my goodness. Who do us? Who do we offend that refuse to forgive? Because they will always use an Igbo man to attack the fellow Igbo man. That is dividing the Igbos just to make sure that they conquer them. That's exactly what they are doing. And our people are always dancing to this tone. Look at what Wike is doing in the FCT. Yes, some Wike, look at what he's doing. Destroying the properties of his own brothers. Simply because he found a power from these own people who are oppressing his own people. It is shameful. It is shameful and it is unacceptable. Let us take some reactions here before we go back to Musa's case. Because Musa, or I must hear the reaction. This one is, it doesn't look like they explained to that vandal why Lugard decided to do that amalgamation in 1914. And the situation is worse for them today. Just feel sorry for the Christians and the non-jihadists who live among them, though they didn't have any qualms joining the genocidal killings in the past. He's talking about Gowon and the rest of other people who planned this evil against the Southeasterners. This one is coming from Cosmel. He is the one that made the comment. I'm reading from platform of Simon Ekpa X handle. In case you want, you can as well log into www.x.com to get every reactions that you needed. Mazi Amachukwu says, today we are in the liberation phase of Biafra. We will talk about vengeance at the right time. Be rest assured that we must avenge the lives of Biafrans that were massacred in northern Nigeria by Fulanis out of hate. Chukwu Abiyama is our witness. We will surely keep our promise. My dear, nobody is giving any promise. But when they try to invade our land, then they will receive the beating of their lives. But as for those ones, let's call it a history. We don't support violence, and we cannot preach violence. Surugede is the dance of the spirit. That's what the name of this one is. A point of correction. We are not one people. Look for your look-alike in Chad or Niger. Though you sound different from your fellow Nama brothers. Well, if I have opportunity and wealth for this Biafra restoration, I revenge the massacre of Igbos in every part of North and not to defend. People are angry. People are very, very angry about the ill treatment being given to the Igbos, making them a scapegoat each time there is any fracas between them. They must use the blood of an Igbo man for the settlement. MNK and MSE, that's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, say, you see this, our generation, if we don't get Biafra, our children will spite on us and will never forgive us for being so weak before our mates. But I believe not even the highest man on this earth can ever stop this generation of Biafra. Dalo, my prime minister. Peter Obi-Child made his own comment as well. Nnamdi Kanu will be released and nothing Fulani Ozua will do about it. Gumi is a terrorist and is going about. And there's something why this guy make all those comments again. That's what Yerima Shetima says. And that thing he says is what I'm about to read out now. I forgot to read it out earlier. But look at what this man thought. He said, breaking news. The North will tolerate anything from Tunumbu. But if he ever release Nnamdi Kanu, we will declare our own independent country and nobody will stop us. Yerima Shetima vows. One hand, Musa is begging for the zoo, for the court to at least to obey their own law and free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Another hand, another Fulani is also saying that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being released, then the whole country will divide into 2 or into 3 or into 4 into 5 as they wish. And everybody will go their own separate way. It will surely happen because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must, I repeat, he must be released whether they like it or not. That is the simple truth. This man, when they released Mieti Allah president, he didn't say anything. He didn't break the country because Mieti Allah president is a terrorist. A terrorist that have been captured with so many what they call it, assault rifle in his possession. He equipped his own vigilante with assault rifles, which is against the law under the constitution of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. He didn't say anything. This so-called Yerima. I don't know how these people reason, whether they are reasoning from their brain, from their head, or they are reasoning from the other side of their body. That is how Gumi came out the other day and be vomiting rubbish from his mouth. That Biafra now is becoming nonsense. Second in command in the camp of the Boko Harams, ISWAP and the terrorists is now having the court to come out in a general, in a live television to castigate the Igbos and Simon Ekpa and also the Biafran government in exile. And when we talk, he say we are talking too much. We are attacking people. We have become this and that and the other. Anyway, time shall tell. But as for Biafra, it is a divine project that must, I repeat, that must be accomplished. The mouthpiece, he said the truth, shall set Biafra free. Up, Biafra. Tochukwu said, Igbo people have endured enough in this one Nigeria and it is time to go home. Tell yourself, it is time to go home. As I'm telling myself every now and then, that I must be alive to witness the Biafra and I must enjoy Biafra before I leave this earth. I must enjoy my own country, which is United States of Biafra. I don't know about you. I don't know about what you desire. There's power in the speaking world. If you say you are not going to be alive to see Biafra, then up to you. I will not complete the prayer for you. South said, we are going our separate ways, not because we hate anybody, but we want to preserve our lives. Okay, we want to preserve our lives and values. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOP servant. Biafra is divine. The word from the lion himself. Every of his word is always sound like Obunigwe. Or drop oya. Yeah. Anyone that reads it, that is why when they read what this guy is saying, or when they listen to his voice, they know that this one is intellect. That the brain of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out of this earth entirely. He will tell you things that even you don't even know about your own self. And that is the power of a great leader. He will achieve a lot of things. He must surely. That one is for sure. Religious freedom and the monitoring BJ said, Elohim is at work. We praise and worship his holy name. Blessed be his glorious name. Biafra freedom is his will. Amen. Okay. That is your own personal opinion. I will not counter it. Mezi Chukwu Ebuka said, where are you people all these years? You guys are talking the truth now because you have seen Biafra coming. We are not Nigerians. We are Biafrans and we are going home. The same way I believe, that's the same way this our sister believe. Gabriel Okemoga beginning now for you to call Abego. Why are the Northerners so stubborn that they cannot start their independent actions now? Only intimidating. Biafra nation has gone, and there is no actions, intimidations, misconduct, threatening that will hold it back again. So be completely means enough to start yours. Go out. Of course, you are threatening to go your own separate ways. You want to go your own separate ways if Martin Namdeka is being released. But you people have objected to the so-called restructuring simply because on our very end he said, oh, if there is restructure now, that the Southeast will be the one to gain. Can you imagine that? Hausa said they say no to the structure, not simply because it will not favor them, not simply because they will not gain from it, not simply because they don't have the resources to take care of their own region, but simply because they said if there is structure now that Igbos will gain most because they will open seaports and international airports and we will vacate from their city. But you hate these people. You don't want to use your eye to see them. But whatever that comes from their land, you accept. When they open shops, selling their beers or whatever it is, you will send your Hizbah, your what they call a Sharia police to go and destroy it. But the same beer, they are doing it from the Southeast, selling it in the Southeast, and they're using it to pay tax to to pay tax to the so-called zoo federal. And when they are sharing it, you will not reject the one that comes from beer. Have you seen how dull these people are? All is just hatred, jealousy, anger for nothing's sake. You hate people. When they do business, you destroy it. And to you now, he said, if Biafra is being restructured, the country is being restructured, that the Biafra will gain more because they will have all basic amenities in terms of seaport, international airports, cargo airlines, railways, and the rest of them. You said no, Nehi Kaba. But you hated these people. But he said they are the one that is destroying Nigeria. And we allow them to just go to that their own dot, which Buhari called us. Buhari said we are dot. Allow us to go on that dot and manage ourselves. You say no. You cannot be cold and hot at the same time. Stand in one place so that when this thunder is coming, it will know how to locate you. This and that. Because for thunder must surely come. When I stand in one place, you cannot be here and here. No, stand off way so that I can turn that there or better there. But why you see? Dara. Let us continue, I beg. There's no time to take time. According to old school, he said, I agree with everything he said, except the last statement that we are one people. We are not and can never be one people with Nigeria. Nneka said enough is enough. We are tired of being sacrificed to maintain a non-functional artificial entity created by Lord Lugard and GF. Yes, we are tired. Even themselves, they are tired. They are tired, but there's nothing they can do. I can tell you, if you check the minds of even the so-called rulers, they are tired of what is happening in the country. But who are the problem? Their main problem is UK, who keep on pushing them never to agree in any good reason that they will bring to better their country. Now they bring the issue, the bill, to stop headers to moving from one place to the other. Create transit for them. They say no. That most of these people now don't have state. Can you imagine that? That unless they're going to create another separate state for them, it means that they are not Nigerians. No matter how long a person who comes from a particular state stays outside the country, 50 years, as long as you grew up from that very particular place, even if you don't grow up there, your parents might have told you, you come from so-so state and so-so local government, and these are your kinsmen. An Hausa man, or Fulani man, minister for that matter, senator for that matter, deputy senator for that matter, tell us that some Hausas don't know their state and cannot remember their state. What a shame. And people there do not question this man. Are they really Nigerians? Everybody close their mouth. Like people they use remote to control. None commented on that very issue. But if not the issue of Simon Ekpa or Martin Namdekano or IPOB, you will find all our big head so-called political gladiators. The Northerners will just keep calm and allow them to be fooling themselves before their so-called green chamber. And tomorrow, the white men come from the east. Our own wisdom now don't turn to foolish you. I can tell you the truth. Our own wisdom. It was those days that you used to say, wise men come from the east. All the wise men will come from the east. I don't know where they now. The ones where they now. All of them are Samuru. If you are watching, following up this, their Senate, either 10 chambers or 9 chambers or whatever it's being called, they will go there. If they raise the issue of Hausas will counter it and say such a thing will not happen. If they raise the issue of the southeast, Hausas will say we said yes, we need to do it, and the same Igbos will also support them to be intimidating their own people. But when Igbos do anything and say anything concerning the Hausas, tomorrow they will serve you later and tell you EFCC or DSS is coming for you, because all of them have eaten the forbidden fruit. Hate one on. My brother Biko, I will breathe. Oh no, and I saw it take B. That is when I go to. I'm very, very angry in my spirit. Anyway, my people, I beg you, they like say I go live on. Some people never sleep, make on go sleep. For my own side of my GMT, I don't wake up already. So that's why you see me here shouting. I know so most of people never sleep. So, like my people in Nigeria, I know say on a time now 12 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. And my people in the US, maybe at 6 p.m. now. Abi? So, my people in the UK, I think in the same Nigerian time, anyone we want to go to sleep, I beg, go and sleep, We will come back again to talk about all these things. I never even read the comments on Musa's this post. But whichever way it is, you can log on to www.x.com. Just type Simon Ekpa. You will find the news there. Then get the reactions by your own self. I got my Akubaba. Rosamund that said, you dad Mbappe. You dad Mbappe. Oh, Igbo. Innocent to hear me. Try to understand that Igbos has big problem in Nigeria. Ohaneze, the bigger problem. Marvin Odozi said, life is live and let live. Period. Iwu Biafra said, hello Mazi, hello my people. Okay, Victor, Okute, you are right. Okay, thank you all for commenting, for watching, and also for reacting. May the God Almighty, the Chukwu bless you all and prosper you and meet you at every point of your need. I still remain your voice, Okute Daily Talk, where we always speak to you the undiluted truth about everything. Just feel free to ask me whatever you want to ask at the comment section. If I'm not replied today, I will reply tomorrow, definitely. Because I'm the one busy. Not all the time somebody will have time to reply. But please, I will reply to your comments at the appropriate time. That is my promise. So have a nice day, have a nice night, and sleep well, Good dreams. May the Almighty God, according to, as I said earlier, will prosper and bless each and every one of us. Bye for now, my people. Before I begin to jump matter. Kachineke goes on in January, and I found an one and Kemonso. He said, bye bye for my people.